Hi guys, it's Shreya. Welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while since I posted a video last, but I was sick all day today and couldn't do much. So I was just sleeping and I had a running nose because of which I couldn't do much. So I thought, why not do something to be productive? And I know that I usually put documentaries or have some fun stuff on here, but today I'm going to be talking about something that is really close to my heart. It's a practice that I picked up back in 2017 and it has helped me through various challenges in my life. So I'm going to be talking about this practice, which is which some of you might be familiar with, but most of you may not be familiar with. It is called chanting. So what is chanting, right? For those of you who do not know and are not familiar with this practice, chanting is a branch, or it is a practice in Nichiren Buddhism, which is again a branch of Mahayana Buddhism with a lot of Japanese influence, wherein there is a terminology, there is a certain phrase, a sutra called Myoho Renge, and it is chanted in a certain format in order to create the vibrations of manifestation. So before I get more into this practice or even help you guys understand why I'm talking about this today, I would like to talk about how this came into my life, right? So back in 2017, I was pursuing filmmaking in the city of New York, the beautiful city of New York, which I so dearly miss. But it came with its own set of challenges, right? I am somebody who grew up in a joint family and I'd never been all that independent. So when it came to taking care of all of my stuff, be it my finances, my food, my clothes, my housing, the school, all of it kind of got to me, right? But although it was fun, it had its own challenges, and sometimes that can be overwhelming, or that can be a little too much for somebody who is sensitive like me. So during that time, I also did a couple of odd jobs, like working as a waitress in a restaurant, or just being a photographer at various events, as it helped me make money. So one of the odd jobs that I did was working for a dental clinic, wherein I went door to door marketing about this root canal treatment that the dental clinic was offering. So back then I also met this other girl who is a dentist now. Back then she had done her bachelor's in dentistry from India and was waiting to pursue her master's. So in that time she was also doing these odd jobs, and we connected on a lot of topics, one of which was Buddhism. So she told me about how her aunt in India is sustaining herself, in fact leading a pretty lavish life, being a gardener. Pretty unconventional of career for somebody in India to be living a lavish life, if you ask me about that. So she told me that her aunt had introduced her to this practice and she firmly believes in this practice, and it has helped her overcome all the challenges that came her way. And back then I was going through a difficult time wherein I was, sort of feeling isolated or way too much in my head. I might also have been a little depressed. I just got cheated upon in a relationship and I was just going through a bad phase. So for me, Buddhism had always been something that has been appealing. The way of the Buddha and all of his teachings have been something that I found resonating with me. So when I connected with this girl, I thought, why not? Because I was discovering a very low version of myself back then, and I did not want to be living with that low vibration, right? So I thought there's no harm in checking this out, and she took me to the STI Center in New York, and I got familiarized with what the practice is all about, how people chant, and I heard a lot of victory stories which made me inculcate this in my life. I was skeptical. I definitely was skeptical in the beginning, but everything that this practice stands for is faith. So I decided to put my faith in it in the beginning and see if it worked for me. If it did, great. If it did not, well, I would know what not to get myself into. But I am very glad today to tell you guys that being a part of the STI community or chanting, it has helped my life in ways that I cannot express, quite honestly, but it's pretty mystic the way things have been happening. So I try to understand more about this whenever I can. So getting back to the phrase Nam Myoho Renge is what is usually chanted. So in Buddhism, it is believed that we all possess our Buddha nature within us. It is not as much to do with the learning as it is to do with the unlearning of things. So even when Gautam Buddha, when he was asked, what did you achieve through meditation? He said, nothing at all. But if you want me to tell you what I lost anger, I lost fear, I lost negativity, I lost my fear of old age and death. So it is that kind of a perspective here as well, because what this practice has done for me is make me more determined to come out victorious, or to know that I am always divinely protected and that I can overcome this obstacle in life, right? So when I delve deeper into this, what it also stood for is, let me explain it word by word, to be honest. So the words Nam Myoho Renge, in that Myo represents everything that exists but is not yet apparent to us, right? Like stored memories or unexpressed emotions or thoughts, your fears, your wisdom, all that remains unexpressed but is within you. Ho, on the other hand, is when things start to become apparent, when things start to manifest in your 3D reality, right? So, Nam Myoho Renge is basically bringing what is in your subconscious to your conscious reality. Renge is the other second law which governs the practices of Myoho, honestly. Ren here stands for cause and Ge stands for effect. So cause and effect, they are pretty simultaneous. Yin and yang, cause and effect. Well, yin and yang was not the best example there, but cause and effect, one cannot be without the other, right? And Kyo is what brings these two together, the interconnection between these two, the law of communication. It is what connects us to all life, because in Buddhism it is believed that we are connected to every other being in this universe, right? So Nam is like how we say Namaste. Nam is surrendering yourself to this law. By surrendering, I don't mean that you just pray for it and it happens. It also comes with a lot of determined action, right? So Nam Myoho Renge this is the explanation behind it. So when I started practicing Nam Myoho Renge, as I told you, I was pretty much in a bad state. I was depressed and I wasn't my highest self. But as I started chanting this more and more, I saw that my approach towards things kept changing. I grew more positive, I was more determined, and I felt like things were happening for me as opposed to me, right? I don't know what it is in the law itself. You can pick what resonates with you and leave out what doesn't. I'm not making this video to put you guys, to influence you guys to take up this practice or any of that. No, that's not my intention. My intention is just to share with you what I have gone through and what has helped me, and to find out if it helps you too. You can go ahead with it. If it doesn't, please, by all means, don't. Just look at this video as a random rant or a random girl talking about her experience, right? So I was pretty much in a dilemma whether or not to come back to India, because I wasn't very happy living by myself, but I loved New York City way too dearly, and I did not know back then, should I stick it out? Maybe if I just endure that loneliness, if I just endure the struggle for a little bit more, maybe I could have got a job there. But but a part of me also wanted to come back to India, be with my family, be surrounded by people that I love. No matter how dearly I loved the city, right? So that dilemma, the being in that no man's land where you cannot take the decision, was a very hard phase for me. And so I chanted for clarity each and every single day. And it's been 2 years since I came back. And it's only been a beautiful, like, it's not yet 2 years, but yeah, it's been a good while. I came back in 2018 March, and it's 2019 September now. And I landed in India on 7th March, and I started working from 8th of March. So I've been working ever since, and I've been doing things that I love. And I've been happier. I've genuinely been